Alright, we're going to freeball this a little bit. We're going to try to add a store so that we can spend our stuff, and maybe we'll add like some rewards we can get, like maybe like a Dodge roll we could buy, or a health food store, and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and try that. So I'm going to go to my player, and I want to give him code like a Dodge roll. So I'm going to open up my player controller, and it looks like this is not saved for some reason. I'm going to open up my player controller, and I'll add another input. So I'll say, you know, if input dot get key, and let's do key code space. So if we press spacebar, then let's do a Dodge. And now obviously I made this Dodge function. We have to define what that's going to do. So let's create a Dodge function. So we'll create a public void Dodge. And this is the code that's going to run anytime I say to Dodge. And for now, let's just do transform.position equals the transform.position of my mouse pointer dot. I have to Google it. So I'm not sure about how to get the position of my mouse. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. It's a great tool. How to get current mouse position in Unity. Input.mouse position. Perfect. Transform.position equals input.mouse position. Cool. So when I press spacebar, I should teleport to my mouse. Let's just try that. I don't know if that's how I'm going to keep this implementation, but this will be like one of the powers we could buy from the store that we'll add in a second. So when I press play, I believe it should be set up so that wherever my mouse is, when I press spacebar, I think that did not work. Let's see where I ended up. I see. Okay, I ended up on the canvas. So it went to the mouse position on the canvas instead of the mouse position on the actual game. So let's ask about how to fix that. So world position. There we go. Okay, that's a big chunk of code, but what's happening here is it's creating it's taking this input.mouse position, it's running a camera function called screen point to ray, and then it's doing a raycast, which is basically drawing a line, and it's giving me the position of wherever I hit the world. So that's a little complicated, but we'll take it. Transform.position equals world position. World position. Why won't it take that? It's a vector 3, it should take it. Transform. I'm not sure what the error is here. Let's ask ChatGPT again. So, converts world position 2D. I was doing 3D stuff. That makes enough sense. Transform.position equals mouse world position. Okay, so it's taking the Vector 3, called world position, camera, screen to world point, mouse. Okay, this is perfect. So this should work. So now, I think when I hit spacebar, my player will teleport to my camera, to my mouse, I mean. Let's try it. And then we might tweak this a little bit just to maybe restrict it a little bit because it might be maybe too much right now. Oh, I double tapped it. Okay, so it needs to cool down because it's happening way too fast. And that's going to be a coroutine. And again, ChatGPT is a great tool. Let's ask it, how could I add a cooldown of 1 second to a dodge ability in Unity? Here is my current code. And we're basically going to add a coroutine that's going to wait 1 second before it lets us do this again. Let's see though. So dodge cooldown is 1F. So we'll put these at the top. So this is the cooldown of how long it takes to dodge. And then we'll have this last dodge time. And it won't do a coroutine. It'll just do some math. And we'll add something that says, if we press the button and the time is greater than the last dodge time plus the cooldown. Okay, that makes enough sense to me. We'll implement it in this way. That's fine. So now we're getting really complicated. We're adding a lot more variables. So these two variables are going to manage our dodge cooldown. And anything I put in 2 slashes, that means it's a comment. That stuff doesn't really matter. So we're in dodge. That's us managing our dodge cooldown. And we will say last dodge time equals time dot time. Last dodge time equals time dot time. Okay, let's see if that successfully added a cooldown. It was a different implementation than what I would have done, but it was a better implementation, so I'm glad I asked the tool. ChatGPT is really great at, like, you know, giving you quick solutions that are usually pretty effective. It's a very, very, very good programming partner as long as you're actively trying to learn. And that looks like it did not work because that happened multiple times in one frame again. So that obviously did not work. So that's the problem, is that it also makes mistakes. It looked good to me. Oh, I never added the if statement. I should say... Yeah, I never added the if statement that says if the last dodge time is greater than time dot time plus time dot time minus the current dodge time. What did ChatGPT do for this if statement? We'll just grab that. So if the current time is greater than the last time plus the cooldown. That makes sense to me. We didn't add this check. This check is saying if it's been longer than the cooldown since the last time we did it, then do it again. And we'll set the dodge time inside of that if statement so that that time only happens if the dodge successfully goes through. So now if the dodge successfully goes through, it'll update. So now we should teleport far less. And that was a little buggy, but we were just freeballing it. I was just adding a new mechanic to add as a reward. And now we'll make the shop, we'll make it so that the shop gives you that ability as a reward for, let's say, like 3 gold. And maybe you could spend 1 gold to, like, buy some food to heal. So now I can press spacebar. And I teleport to my mouse position. And I can only do that once every second. And this will be like my dodge roll. And maybe later we can, expand on this. Maybe we can add some restrictions to it, because right now it's really open. But honestly, it is pretty cool. And next time I'm also going to add like a little top-down 2D character, a really simple one. It's just going to be a static sprite that maybe just faces towards the mouse. Maybe we could add like 2 feet that do like a walk cycle. I'll see. I'm not sure. Probably not though. Okay, let's add the store. So the store is going to be, let's have it be 2 simple things. So let's add to our hierarchy. I'll create a 2D object, and I will create a square. Why not? And let's put that on layer 1 so we can see it. And you know what? I'll give it some text. No, that's not going to work. I need world text, not UI text. How do I get UI? UI, legacy text. Where is the world setting? I want this to be in the world space. It's on a canvas. I want it to be in the world space. I want text in my game as a sprite. And I can't find it. Oh well. We'll do it next video. For now, whatever. It'll just be, you'll touch this and you'll get some lemonade. It doesn't matter. And you'll heal for like 5. Heal spot. We'll write on it, once I figure out how to do the text, we'll write like heal $1. So let's do that. Let's tag this as, we could put the code in here, and then we could check if the player's touching it, or we could just add more code into the player code. We probably don't want to write like all the code in the game in the player code, because then we're going to have one really long script that's hard to manage. Let's start breaking it up. Let's put code in the heal spot that manages it. So we'll go into our scripts. We'll create a mono behavior script. I'll call this heal store. And the heal store is going to have a reference to our player. And when you touch it, so we're going to have a public reference to a player, and when you touch the heal store, public game object player. Actually, maybe I should do the reference to the player controller. Public player controller player. On trigger enter. On collision enter 2D. If the, so this is when something collides with this heal store. If the collision dot game object equals the player dot game object. So if I collide with the player, then if I collide with the player and the player dot money is greater than 0, then let's have player dot lose money, they'll lose $1, and player dot gain health. He doesn't have a gain health script. Oh, he's still gaining and losing health like that. Okay. We're gonna add a gain and lose health script. We're gonna do Player can gain money. He can gain health. Health plus equals amount. And he can lose health. These are things the player can do. They're in functions so that we can access them from anywhere, and we can tell the player if we want his health to go down by 5, we could just say lose health. We just say lose health 5. That's what these functions let us do. It gives us this very easy line of code to write anywhere in our code. So now I can just say player, gain health, and we'll say 1 gold gives you 20 health. Why not? Okay, so we have our heal store. When it collides with the player, it does that. Let's try it. So one thing this heal store is missing is it does not have a collider. So we're going to give it a box collider 2D. I think it doesn't need to be a trigger. Let's try it. It needs its code, obviously, so let's give it a piece of code that says heal store. And now we should be able to buy health from this store. Let's try it. So, oh, I lied. We have an error. We have a error. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Very common error. Let's tell the heal store that our player is right here. Okay, so my health is 100, and when I touch this store, my health should go up. Well, not quite. My health is 100, and when I touch this store, when I have $1, then my health should go up, 120. I don't have $1, so my health doesn't go up. And we could add some sprites or something to the store to like label it as the heal store. So now I have $4. I can go to the heal store. I could buy 1 heal. I can take some more damage. I could buy 2 heals. I could buy 3 heals. I could buy 4 heals. I'm out of money. Cool. I could buy healing at my heal store. Now, something this game's going to start needing is a way to generate more coins. Maybe something to do with our health. Maybe something to, do battle with. That could be for next time. For now, I wanted to add that ability to a store. I'm going to start by just copying the heal store. And I really want to add world text, but I forgot how to do it. Let me ask ChatGPT for a second. And I know these videos get this one's not as coordinated, but it could be good to see how other people solve problems, so you could solve problems yourself. I forget how to do world text. Let's ask ChatGPT. How do I add text to the world and not the UI in Unity 3D? Text Mesh Pro World Space. No, 2D object. Select the text object. Using Text Mesh Pro. Right-click object, 3D object, Text Mesh Pro. Right-click object, 2D object, no Text Mesh Pro. 3D object, Text Mesh Pro. Okay, so this is in the world. Where is its... Okay. Well, here's some world text. Let's shrink that down. So I did... The reason I couldn't find it was under 3D. And let's call this the... I wonder why it's not rendering in front of this thing. What layer is it on? Where is your layers? Sorting layer, default, ordering layer, 1. Okay. So we have our sample text. Let's make this smaller. Alright, so we got our text. Let's say heal 20 for $1. And you guys could decorate that. You could draw a lemonade stand in a sprite editor and put it in there. Maybe I'll do that later in a video. But for now, we're just going to leave it like this. And this one, and we'll actually put this text inside of this heal spot. And to make my life easier, I'm just going to copy this by clicking on it, hitting Control-C, Control-V to paste it in. And then I'll move this one over. We're going to remove the heal store code because we're going to create new code for the other store. And for this one, we'll say unlock, new, unlock, Dodge. We'll just sell it for $3 for now because there's not a lot of money in the game yet. $3. So if we want our Dodge ability that we made to be an unlockable, we're going to have to change how this code works a little bit. We're going to add a line of code to our player that says whether or not Dodge has been unlocked. And then we'll add a line of code to that thing that unlocks Dodge. So let's go to our player controller. And this is going to be called a Boolean. So we're going to have a public, because it needs to be changed by that other thing. It's going to be a Boolean. Boolean is always true or false. Public bool, Dodge unlocked equals false. So when the game starts, we have not unlocked Dodge. It is false. And we also need to say that when I try to dodge, so when I press spacebar, I dodge. When I run dodge, none of this should happen. My dodge won't happen unless this happens, and I need one more thing, which is my dodge is unlocked. So now I won't dodge unless the dodge ability is unlocked. So you'll see in the game if we test it, dodge is not unlocked, so we won't be able to dodge. So we need to add one line of code to the store to make it so that this Dodge code works. So let's create a new code. Let's call this Dodge store. And the Dodge store will have a reference to the player. In fact, it's going to be very similar to the heal store, so I'll just copy this for now. I'm copying the heal store code. It has a reference to the player. And when it's entered, if the player's money is greater than, let's say, he has to have at least 2. Let's say it costs 3. It's greater than 2. Player will lose money 3, and player dodge unlocked will be true. And let's do one more thing. Let's say dodge purchased is true. And we'll create a variable called dodge purchase that basically tracks if you've purchased this ability already. And if it is purchased, then we won't be able to buy it anymore. Actually, an easier way to do that, let's just set this to inactive. Let's just do set active. Let's just do this dot set active. Why is set active not working? This dot game object dot set active false. So what this will do, it'll despawn the store when we touch it. And I really want to test that. So I'm going to do that now. Unlock. This store needs the Dodge store code. It needs a reference to the player. And now, when I press play, we can unlock new abilities by touching that store. So you could create many, many ability stores like that if we want to. So right now, when I press spacebar, I can't dodge. When I go to the Dodge store, it doesn't do anything. If I collect $3, 1, 2, 3, and now I go to the Dodge store, it despawned, and I have my Dodge ability unlocked. So we can now use our money to purchase upgrades and different things in our game based on whatever we want to do. So we have stores that we could use. We'll add more mechanics next time. We're doing really well so far, so great job.